Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs, and my project today is a pinch box that measures 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 by 1 1/4 at the bottom part. I did a little flip top box. Now, if you don't want to use these clips, these are binder clips. I got them from Walmart. I think they were $2 and change, and there's 40 of them, of the mini ones in there. Alrighty. You could just put a Velcro dot on here and then maybe put the sentiment across the top. But I like the little clip on there. It makes it easy to open. So does the Velcro, but I like this today. I use the Elephant Parade stamp set along with the elephant dies. I use the Stylish Shapes dies for the tag and for the square under the elephant. And I use Butterfly Kisses Designer Series paper. Alrighty, so what we need for this project, okay, which all of these products you can purchase from Stampin' Up through me at the address at the top of the screen, and is also listed below. Alright, so first we need a piece of fresh freesia that is 9 1/2 by 6 1/2. We need some basic white for stamping. We need a piece of Parakeet Party for stamping the sentiment. We need a square of the Butterfly Kisses in this pattern. It's kind of a, I guess, plaid, but not really. It's all one kind of color. It's like a crisscross, and this is from the Stylish Shapes dies, and it's approximately 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. Alrighty. We need 2 pieces of Butterfly Kisses DSP, and they are, excuse me, 3 by 4, and 1 piece that is 3 by 3/4. Alrighty. We also need 2 of the little grass out of Parakeet Party. Alrighty, and what's great about these dies is they give you 2 of the same grass and 2 of the same butterfly, so you can do, and 2 of the peanuts too, so that you can do them at once, which is awesome. Alright, so let me get my Simply Scored. Okay, and we're going to start on the 9 1/2 inch side. And we're going to score at 1 1/4, 4 1/2, 5 3/4, and 9. We're going to turn it to the 6 1/2 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4 and 5 1/2. Alrighty. Now I'm going to fold and burnish. I saw, and I ordered yesterday, a little bit of stuff from the new holiday catalog, which it's so early, especially with the annual catalog was just May 1st. So I didn't get a lot of the Christmas things because I figured I had more time to order those. But I wasn't going to order, and then I saw the Celebration. And there was a couple things in there I loved, but what I really loved, I just had to get it. So I decided to order. It's coming up again on July 1st. And you get to earn free products for every $50 you spend. Alright, so how we have our cardstock is the skinniest rectangle is on the right hand side, and there is a 1 inch strip at the top and a 1 1/4 strip at the bottom. Right, and this is what we're going to be doing. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start over on the left hand side. We're going to go to the first score line, and what I do is I leave the score line with the square because I'm going to wedge the square, and then it gets rid of that bump for me. So I'm going to go to the first score line, cut it straight to the first score line, and then I'm going to wedge each side, and that makes the score line come off on this wedge. Okay, so I'm going to go to the other side of this long rectangle, and I'm going to cut it straight to the first score line, the other side of this square, cut it straight to the first score line, and then wedge each side. And both of those parts that I wedge take out the score line in the middle, which is awesome. Then we're going to go to the other side of this rectangle, cut it straight to the first score line, and then we're going to wedge up a little bit into the skinny rectangle. Okay, so that's one side. Now we're going to turn it 180 so that our skinny rectangle is on the left, 1 inch strip at the bottom, and 1 1/4 inch at the top. All right, we'll start at the bottom left again, and we're going to go to the first score line, cut it straight to the first score line, and then wedge up into the skinny rectangle there. Okay, this is going to be this flap right here. So we want to keep this one, so we'll go to the next score line and cut up to the first score line, and then we're going to get rid of 1, 2, 3 rectangles here. Okay. All right, and that's what it should look like after you've scored it and cut it. And now I'm going to use a corner rounder, and I'm going to round both the corners of the flap. Okay, so that's what it should look like after you're done cutting it. All right, I'm going to get some tear and tape, and I'm going to put it on what's left of the skinny rectangle close to the score line. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to take the backing off, flip it over, flip the side with the tape, and flip the other side to meet it. Okay, so now this is our back. So we're going to put the sides in and the back, and this is where we want to put our tape. We're going to put one close to the edge, and you can put one inside if you want to, if whatever gift or treat you're going to be putting in there is heavy. Alrighty, and then we're just going to close it and make sure that the sides are straight. Alright, now I want you to just run your fingers down the sides to kind of warm it up a little bit. And then we're going to squeeze the sides together and pinch. And then the sides will automatically go down. If you have something already that you want to put in, you can put it in, and then the sides will only go down as far. If it's very wide, it will stop. It won't poke in on the sides if it's filled there. Okay. Now we need our DSP. Now, I didn't put one on the back of this one. If you don't put one on the back, you can get both boxes out of the one 6x6 piece of DSP. Alrighty, because you just need this piece and this piece twice, and that will take care of it. But I'm going to put one on the back of this one. So I'm going to get my liquid glue, and the two large pieces are 3x4, and the small piece for the top flap is 3x3/4. Now the back. Okay, and this piece here that is going to go right here, we have to round the corners of the bottom long side there. Alrighty, now we're going to do some stamping while this dries. Alright, we're going to be using this elephant here, the mouse, and we need 2 of the little butterflies. And I'm going to be using Tuxedo Black Ink. And there. there is our elephant. And just make sure you space them so that you can cut them at the same time. Put my mouse up there. And then I need 2 butterflies. Okay. And then we need the Forever Friends sentiment for our sentiment piece. Okay, so it says Forever Friends, and I'm going to just put it in the middle because I am so not good at getting it straight. So I always cut it after when it's not photopolymer. All right, and for this, we want to leave enough room for the little mouse to get attached. So about 1/2 inch. Let me measure before we do that. Excuse my head, sorry. I'd say 3/4 inch. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to tape it. And I'm going to cut out all of this, and I'll be right back. Okay, here are all of our pieces. All right, so now we need our Stampin' Blends. I'm going to be using light and dark Smoky Slate for the mouse and the elephant. So for the elephant, I'm going to put a little bit of darkness inside the ears. Last time I made the ears, I think Flirty Flamingo. This time I'm going to just make them gray inside. I'm going to make the sides where they touch. All right, and then just any place that it looks like there would be shadow. All right, and then I'm just going to take light Smoky Slate and blend it all out. Okie dokie. All right, and then the mouse, I'm just going to put a little bit of dark on this side. And then I'm just going to do the rest in the light. Oh, wait, let's do the inside of the ears with light Petal Pink. I'm going to leave the middle, his belly alone. Leave that white. Okay, that's the mouse. Now for the butterflies, I'm going to do the inside spots with dark Flirty Flamingo. You could just color this all one color if you wanted. And the body in the middle, I'm going to do Fresh Freesia. Did I say Flirty Flamingo? It's Fresh Freesia. Okay, and then the outside of the butterfly I'm going to do in Daffodil Delight. You could do the whole thing Daffodil Delight. You wouldn't want to do the whole thing Fresh Freesia because it's going to blend into the background. Okie doke. And that's it for the coloring. All right. Now we have to do some gluing with all our pieces. And we need our square that again is about 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. So what I'm going to do first, I want my elephant about right here. Okay, so I'm going to place one of the grasses kind of up about right here. I'm going to put that on with liquid glue. Okay. And then I'm going to pop up my elephant. I'm going to just use up my ends. I'm going to place him about right here. Good. Okay, and I'm going to pop up this glass. So I need grass. So I need a little sliver of dimensional side. Put this right on the bottom. And how I did this one, oops, is I had some glued onto the elephant and then 2 glued to the side here. So I put a little bit of tiny dot of glue on each one of these blades of grass here. I'm going to put it right like this. Alright, and then I just put the butterflies. Okay, and now we can just put this, and I put this on so that these 3 sides were about even. So I'm just going to glue this. Great. Okay, and then I'm just going to put, well, first I'm going to put my fingernail a little, about 1/8 of an inch before the beginning of the sentiment, and I'm going to bend it back. And then the part that's not, okay, sorry, my camera ran out of battery. So what I was doing was I was just curling this a little bit, and I bent the front towards my fingernail before the sentiment started. I glued the mouse, the middle of the mouse, right after the sentiment. Alrighty, then we got this clip. These clips are from Walmart in the stationery section. They were $2 and change for 40 of the mini binder clips. And I'm just going to put this right in the middle. And then I'm going to tuck my sentiment in. And then I'm going to get some crinkled seam binding ribbon. And I'm going to make a small bow. I'm just going to clip the ends. Good. And I'm going to get a little bit, decide which side of the bow you like the best. And then I'm just going to put a tiny bit of liquid glue on the middle, a dot, and then spread it all to the sides a little bit. Ooh. And I'm going to put my bow, wrong side, right here at the top corner of the square. Okay. And if you want to see it a little closer, there will be pictures on my blog, which is linked below. And if you have any questions, my email is below. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so you can purchase any of these supplies from me. That is linked below also, and I told you my blog was. And if you'd like to join, if you want to join, I would wait until the celebration starts because you get a special something. They have another promotion for celebration for joining. All right, I will see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye.